Hey, blonde artist, how you doing? Hey, Riggs. It's going okay. I'll get into it in a little bit. I had quite the day. Pump up the volume, dance, dance. On the record. Put the needle on the record. Put the needle on the record. Put the needle on the record. When the drum beats go like this. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume. Dance, dance. Oh, okay. Now some people got in. Hey, Flashman. Hey, Josh Rowe. Sun Wizard. Oh, man. I had a very interesting 48 hours. So, I had to take the Countess in for some dental surgery. It's pretty serious dental surgery. Now, that was the cause of a lot of the excitement. That was the precipitating event. The good news is that everything went well. She's fine. You know, recovering apace. You know, everything's good. But that's the destination. The oh my fucking god part was the journey. So first of all, fucking start rolling to get her to the thing, and my steering starts having problems. So I do some quick maintenance. Steering, it's okay. So I'm like, all right, we can get San Jose back on this probably. So get down there, drop her off. Now, she's going to be there all day. So I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on here. So I'm looking at possible, like, solutions and reasons for the steering to be fucked up. To say nothing of the fact that I already got a coolant leak that I got to deal with. So it turns out it's either going to be, it's either low steering fluid, which I'm like, okay, well, I topped off the steering fluid, so that shouldn't be it. Or fucked up steering belt, which is increasingly looking like the case. So everything's kind of okay, if stressful, because, like, the thing that's happening is, like, the steering is like, the steering's not good. So she gets done with her thing. We get home, and the steering is getting worse and worse. We make it back, but she has to go back tomorrow. She had to go back the next day for refitting because even though the surgery went well, some of the shit they had to do, they have to check on. They have to, like, double check on it. So we got to go back the next morning. And I'm like, we're not making it in this car. You know, I got to take this thing in for repairs. Repairs that I probably can't do myself. If for no other reason than I'm like, I would need a car to get around, to get parts and shit. And when you're in a one-car situation, this is one of the problems. Can't do that. Or at least not easily. So I'm like, okay. Panicking a little bit because we can't change this appointment. You know, she's got to be there. So, call some people up. Call up my friends that I think are probably the most capable, first they got to have a car, right? You know, second of all, they got to be reliable. You know, that I got a lot of friends who are reliable, but I only have a few friends who have cars. So I'm like, shit. So I start going down the list. And the first response is, I'm in Sacramento. I'm going to be in Sacramento for the entire weekend. I can't fucking drive back down the coast. I'm like, okay, that's a problem. Yeah, I'll see what else I can do. Second one I don't hear back from. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't really wait for an answer. Call some other people. One of them gets back to me immediately, and I'm like, hey, man, I either need someone to drive her down to San Jose and come back, or I need to borrow your car for, like, the day. Oh, you had that and an oil leak? Oh. Now, one of the weird things about the car is that there is a puddle that formed under the passenger seat. Or a puddle that appeared under the passenger seat. I have no idea where that came from. I'm like, why is there fluid under the passenger seat? I don't even know what the fluid is. It has no strong odor. I assume it's water, but I'm like, how did water get back here? Yeah, this is the Cruiser. So I have no idea what the fuck's up with that. My friend is like, okay, I can let you borrow my car, but we have to do the exchange tonight, and you have to pick me up at work tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. Okay, no problem. A little complicated, but whatever. Like at least we'll get it done. So I borrow his car, get his car, and fucking. Now, bear in mind, I have been out all day. I finally get his car, come back, crash out. And I mean crashing out in the Gen X sense, which means you pass the fuck out. I wake up, go down to get her to the appointment, and all of a sudden my lack of sleep starts taking over. So I sleep in the car. When the appointment's done, pick her up. And we finally get back at around, like, I think 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I got home and I just fucking crashed. Just fucking, like, because I hadn't had proper sleep for like 48 hours because of having to deal with all this stuff. It's one of those, I had cleared out that 48 hours just to deal with that shit because all the shit that needed to happen was going to be enough. Like, okay, we're not dealing with anything else. This 48 hours is going to be all this. So it's a good thing that I did that because of all this extra fucking bullshit that happened. And then there was confusion among my friends who were not involved in the actual decision, who were like, do you need any other help? Do you need anything else? And I'm like dealing with that shit. I'm like, no, we got it. Whoa. So that may not sound like a lot, but that was a lot. Like, that was a lot of stress. I still got to figure out, like, what's wrong with the car, get that fucking repaired, which I'm not going to be able to really do until Monday. Oh, and in the interim, like, of course, like, I have to, like, help the Countess out because she, she's had dental surgery, and so she's on, like, painkillers and shit. So I've had a busy time, but yeah. You're a mechanic too, blonde artist. Yeah, PT Cruiser is a really hard car to service. It's a really hard car to service because of how compact the engine is, or how compact the engine, like, everything around the engine is really fucking tight. So in order to get at anything, you're spending a lot of fucking time. You're spending a lot of fucking time, like, taking things apart that you're like, I really wish I didn't have to fucking take this apart. Why do I have to take out the radiator? Like, that was one I hated. Like, oh, gotta take the radiator up first. Oh God, well now I gotta fucking drain all the coolant. Okay. And you gotta take the serpentine belt off too. Yeah, the timing belt. You gotta take the timing belt off. And then you gotta make sure to, like, you gotta move the AC out of the way, which you can do without disconnecting it, but the chances of you accidentally disconnecting it are actually really fucking high. So you might be like, all right, I could just move this out of the way. And all of a sudden all the coolant's releasing, which isn't disastrous. It's just annoying. And of course you also got to get the fucking it's not the AC, not the AC converter. Fucking, you got to take the air box out of the way, but that's not too unusual. Um, and it's not that difficult. But what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that thing? It's this. I know the name of it, but I'm spacing on it. There's this valve that basically mixes fresh air into the engine. You had to get the battery out of the bottom of the car? Whoa, what year was this make? I mean, there's some shit you got to do in order to install a new battery. Like, you got to move the you got to get the airbox off. That's not a problem. It's snap on. But then you got to move aside the there's some brackets you got to move aside. But it's not like the worst thing ever. It's a job you can get done in like 15 minutes. You shouldn't have to like get it out of the bottom. Are you talking about the heater core? No, you're talking about the battery. You know the difference between a battery and a heater core, I'm sure. But oh boy. Yeah. But like, yeah, removing the heater core out of that thing is a fucking bitch and a half. Depending on which model you've got. I've got the model where it's really annoying. There's another model where you can get at the heater core by like taking out the dash, which, believe it or not, is a much simpler job. And you're like, removing the dash sounds like a bitch, and it's like it is, but it's only work. I don't know how else to put that. Like, it's just work. Like, you just have to unbolt it. And it takes a while. It's annoying, but it's simple. So you can just take the dash out, or open the dash up, get the fucking glove compartment out of the way, and you've got access to it. You've got access to the heater core, and you can replace it that way. The one I've got, no, you basically have to take the engine out. No, you don't have to take the engine out, but you have to do all this. You have to take the steering column apart, or you have to take it off. You don't have to actually break the whole steering column apart, but you have to get it out. Because the heater core is like real right next to it, and it's the easiest way to get access. Now that's a bitch, because there are a lot of things that could go fucking wrong with having to take the steering column out. Not the least of which is the possibility of locking yourself out of your vehicle, because some of the PT Cruisers have this thing where if the steering column, the ignition is part of the steering column. So if the steering column, something happens to the steering column, the ignition can get locked and you can't turn the key. Like literally, you will break the key before you turn it. And those keys don't break easy. The keys don't break easy. But yeah, so I'm talking to the family and probably just going to get a whole bunch of shit for that vehicle fixed. Like there's the leak, which that's 1,800 easy, because I know it's a blown head gasket. I don't want it to be a blown head gasket. I would love it if it wasn't a blown head gasket, but it's acting like a blown head gasket. Which is a job I have done, but if I have the money to have someone else do it, I'd rather someone else did it. Because I don't know how many mistakes, like the first time I did it, I made a lot of mistakes when reassembling the fucking thing, and that I had to undo and redo. How long is that going to fucking take me? I don't know. Probably at least a month. It was 6 weeks the last time. So I'd be like, at best, it would be 3 weeks at best. Unless it turns out I'm a mechanical genius, which I am not willing to bet on. I am mechanically talented, which is how I got that thing back together at all. The key fob is all fucked up. The remote the remote door system's all fucked up. Probably needs to be replaced. We've got this steering problem now, and there's some other leak that's happening. That for some reason there's got to be some. I'm hoping it's just like there's a bottle of water that got busted under the fucking seat that I can't find, or that I couldn't see, or that I missed, because that would be awesome. That would be just like, oh, Hugh, it's not some sort of mysterious vehicle fluid getting in the car, but if it is, who knows what it is, I will not be happy. All I know is that it is clear and it does not smell like coolant. But I still got the, where is this? Where's it coming from? Why is the battery in a Lincoln in the back of the car? Which Lincoln you talking about? Like, what make and model is the Lincoln? Also, did you buy it used? Like, a smart reason would be what Blonde Artist said, weight distribution. A stupid reason would be because someone fucked around, because some mechanic fucked around. Can I drive stick? I cannot drive stick. Or rather, I am not used to it. Stick is not my preferred method of driving. I don't need that much performance. Oh, the 96 Impala? I don't know, like, if it's not one of those old Impalas, like one of those fucking boats, I don't know what the fucking point is. 92 Lincoln? The sedan? The Dodge Intrepid require removing the passenger side front tire, replace the battery. Oh my. What? Why? Look, I'm assuming, by the way, when we're talking about Lincoln, I'm assuming we're talking about a town car. Now, when you say back of the car, do you mean like the back of the engine cavity or the back of the car? Yeah, it was a Lincoln O2. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Yeah, I read that O as a 0, so you're fine. Like, is it in the back of the engine cavity, like towards where the driver? I mean, the back trunk. That's because somebody was fucking around. You bought that was a used car, wasn't it? So I'm looking at the schematics of the 2002 Lincoln Town Car, and yeah, the battery's in the fucking front where it should be. Back is in under the spare tire. It's under the spare tire? What? Yeah, I'm not finding the right car here because all the ones I'm seeing, all the ones I'm seeing, fucking. All the ones I'm seeing is. Oh, wait, no, here it is. What? Oh. Oh. There's a battery back there because some Lincoln Town cars have an emergency backup battery in the back with a terminal next to it. This thing has two batteries? Yeah. Yeah, 2002 Lincoln Town car. It's got a backup battery in the back. Wow. Okay. Didn't fucking know that. Is it four-wheel drive or something? This I did not know. I've never worked on a Lincoln Town car. So I didn't know this. I'm not a professional mechanic. I'm an amateur mechanic. Yeah, some of them got in the back. That is wild. You know, it's front wheel drive. Yeah, okay, so it looks like, yeah, apparently some Lincoln Town cars got the battery in the back seat. while others don't. You. What the fuck? Yeah, terminal's back there too. Why would you put it next to the spare tire? Grounding? Maybe it's grounding purposes. Maybe that was a bad idea because isn't that near the fuel tank? Well, who knows at this point? You usually put the battery up front because you don't want that shit anywhere near the fuel tank. I mean, the likelihood of it causing problems is mainly matters if you're in an accident. But if you're in an accident, like, all kinds of shit happens. That is wild. Well, must make it easy to fucking change the battery. Maybe that was the idea. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't put it that close. I wouldn't want it that close to the fuel tank, though. Even if the fuel tank is on the opposite side, that still seems too close to be running that much fucking power, like that close to the fuel tank. Okay, as to why, no fucking idea. That seems like a bad idea to me, but then again, what do I know? Damn. Oh, it's a rear wheel drive. Oh, what? I mean, I get that a rear wheel drive will turn tighter corners, but it's a Lincoln Town Car. Like, do you need, what's the point of that extra maneuverability? It's a Lincoln Town Car. Oh, I'd love, so dude, hydraulics, man. The fucking, I've never had a car with them. I don't care what anyone says, they're cool. Oh man. Jesus. Got some news about some of the ice raids in Chicago. They're apparently just arresting anyone who's dark skinned. Yeah, it's a nightmare. You did trade it and got a Subaru for that's probably for the best. Good Lord. It's fucked up. It's beyond fucked up. And it's the kind of fucked up I can't do anything about. I think that's what pisses me off the most about this entire situation is this is all so much of it, so much of the political problems are fucked up things that I can't do anything about, that I have no direct access to, that none of us have direct access to. You know, all the nasty fucking habits of our political system are now on display. And they're running amok. It's absolutely running amok. Like, yeah, I did. We're also fucking over our own aid workers, right? I don't know what to say, guys. It's you know, for the foreseeable future, the government is essentially your enemy, you know, because we're turning into a fascist police state. You know, I know they picked Chicago because they weren't having as much luck in as much luck in California. And he wants to take down a big city. You know, luckily I have none of my family is involved with ICE or Homeland Security. You know, that's kind of a relief because if so, I would have to stop talking to them. This is a matter of safety. I have to stop talking to them. You know, we're not talking like emotional safety. We're talking actual like real safety concerns. You know, like fuck that. And of course, they're all like, "Oh, why are we treating them? Fuck you? Why are we treating them so badly? Aren't they protecting our borders?" No, they're not protecting our borders. If they're protecting our borders, they'd be arresting people at the border. But they're doing they're doing raids on areas looking for people to arrest. That's police state. That's police state. And the worst part of it is there's no reason for it. It's pure xenophobia and racism. It's the fact that the xenophobic and racist aspects of our society have outsized power. And they know they're outsized, which is why they're trying to turn everything into a dictatorship. They know it's outsized. They know they can't win democratically. Yeah, and Chicago's layout is more segregated by design than most other cities. Yeah, it is. It is. It really is. There's a reason people talk about South Chicago. California has some of those areas too, but they're a lot harder to invade. Los Angeles is difficult to invade because of the way the streets are designed. I don't think it was done that way intentionally. I think it's just a side effect of the way the highway system works in LA. You know, like one of Oakland's not high profile enough. Yeah, it will eventually make it on the list, but it's not a high profile enough city. At this point, neither is Compton. And good luck trying to get all the like Latin people out of South Central. South Central is part of the actual city of Los Angeles. And anyone who's navigated Los Angeles can tell you, getting into downtown from the outside, kind of a bitch. All the people of LA would have to do would be clog the streets, which is something that happens already. To what end? Oh, to make Trump feel better. To make Trump feel better. That's the end. Like, that really is it. He is crazy. He is dementia-ridden. He was crazy to start with, and he is an asshole with no empathy. Everything is about his ego. Everything. Absolutely fucking everything. And the Christian right, him hooking into the Christian right was the biggest coup. Because those people will follow anything that reflects white Jesus. And white Jesus is a motherfucker. White Jesus is a piece of shit. None of that other stuff applies. None of that love your neighbor shit applies to white Jesus. Because white Jesus exists only for white people. And Christianity is a fucking religion that is a religion of fucking colonization. It is a religion with a colonialist fucking mentality, so it slots right in. Is that why they're having more success in Chicago than LA? Yeah, they're having more success in Chicago than LA because, like, California cities are harder to invade. They're harder to invade and segregate. Also, they're afraid of, to the 80s thinking, Oakland and Compton are way too dangerous. And that's true. They might actually be. Too dangerous to try to do that shit with. Like, people might fire back. Because the people of Oakland and Compton are armed. They're armed for real. And they have no fucking problem shooting police. Now, Jacksonville's too white. It's not famously ethnic enough. They want a big flashy target that fucking people in rural areas know about because that's where their base lives. You know. Ugh. Man. One day we're going to find out what they're doing to these people, and then it's not going to be pretty. Yeah, assume the worst. And then prepare to have your assumptions fucking far exceeded. And the longer this goes on, the more likely that's going to be. Do you think Wildwood would be next? I don't know where Wildwood is. Let's see. Funny, my friend Bushido Blues did a video on a film he called Sword of the Vampire. They're involved Christian Shimbara Rebellion for his Halloween month. Oh, yeah. It's in New Jersey? No, I don't think so. It's not a flashy enough target. I wouldn't say it was completely safe. But it would be difficult. It would be difficult for the amount of, they're not as likely to get as much press and pushback from fucking invading Wildwood. You're a teacher long enough, you'll be talking about this to my students. Oh yeah, no, you totally will. You will. You will. You know, the thing that upsets me the most is everything right now is proving everything I feared. That Christianity is evil. It's evil. Oh yeah, the Japanese shut that shit. The Christian colonists, yeah, they shut that shit down on the quick pass. Ooh. Industrial size incinerators. Yeah. 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 Entirely possible. It don't look good. And it is that kind of thing where it's like, what will eventually become of the United States? Because we don't know. You know, it might come down to who's on the business end of the American military, the real American military. Because while ICE is militaristic, it's not the American military. It doesn't. They're trying to get it to be nearly as powerful, but we're talking quantum fucking jumps in power. But they may not understand that. I'm of the opinion that Christianity is just evil. Like, it's just evil. You know, there are some forms of evil that are less virulent than others, but still evil. You know. Now, I am in no mood to give no quarters on this. Like, we're reaching too critical a moment. You know, make no mistake, white Jesus is the enemy. You know, their kindness means nothing to us because we mean nothing to them. We are not the protected people who need to be treated with who should be treated with kindness. That's for their own motherfuckers and assholes. That's not for us. When did it become evil? It's been evil from the get-go. It's been evil for a very long time. You know, I would say since the Council of Nicaea. You know, basically, not quite the beginning, but essentially. Edict of Milan, oh, Jesus. Ooh. Yeah, the edict, that's probably... Yeah, I go to the Council of Nicaea simply because, like, that's my big flashpoint, but the Edict of Milan is when it was official. You know? Yeah, I don't blame you, Jay Tilton. You know, like, I don't blame you because while Thailand is fascist in its own way, it's not doing this. There's something emotionally... Okay, this sounds really weird. This could sound really weird. But there is something... Thailand just fights back. It just fights back. What's happening in America is they're shitting in our souls. They are absolutely shitting in our souls. They are trying to reinforce self-colonization. They're trying to get everyone to go back in line with colonial style ethics, which America has been growing out of since the 60s. Probably even farther back. But that's when you can really start to see it germinate. America is trying to outgrow its colonial roots and the colonial power. The colonial power structure upon which America is built is fighting back. And it is turning into a cultural war. If you see America as an America of two cultures, which is not entirely true, but it's not exactly false either. They have decided that they are going to take the idea of the culture war and make it as literal as possible because they believe they can win. The good news is that they can't win. The bad news is that they can't win in a straight up fight, but they're not fighting fair. It's not a straight up fight. Because what they're saying is not only are they right, it is evil to resist them. That's the ethical standard of colonial invasion. How do they plan to do colonial ideas in a post-colonial world? They don't. They don't. They think it's all just do what I said because I said it. And when we're in charge, we'll just make everyone do what they say, and they'll have to fucking oblige. Which on paper is true. However, reality is not on paper. There are ways of fighting back, and people have done it before. But if you really want to look at the future of America, if this goes on too long, something you want to look up, and you'll be interested in this, Ryle, is the history of the Philippines over the last 100 years. One family in the Philippines, the Marcos, destroyed the Philippines. They economically destroyed it. The Philippines used to be a major competitor to Taiwan and Japan. Major. They were actually in international trade before the Marcos. They were on fucking top. Then the Marcos happened. Someone who came in willing to do the bidding of foreign influence for money, and they destroyed the Philippine economy. Absolutely fucking destroyed it. We could be looking at something like that. You want to know what political conquest looks like? Study the Philippines. Study the recent history of the Philippines. It is crazy. Oh, Imelda Marcos can fucking, she couldn't die painfully enough. Imelda Marcos, piece of shit. You know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Daddy Marcos was fucking even more evil. Who are the Marcos? Oh. Filipino dictators. They were a family of Filipino dictators who were kind of empowered by the West so that they could just plunder the Philippines. And they were very successful. They were actually quite successful in doing so. I'm pretty sure Imelda Marcos is dead. Let's see. Yeah, she died in 86. Ferdinand Marcos, that's the guy's name. Oh, Imelda Marcos. What a fucking cunt. Yeah, Ferdinand Marcos is a complete fucking piece of shit. Yeah, and guess what family was also like mixed up in the Marcos? No, Imelda Marcos is dead. I thought she died in 86. Oh, no. She stopped being first lady. Oh, come on. In office is a Filipino politician. Oh, fuck. God damn it. She's still alive? Oh, that's fucked up. It was Ferdinand and Melba and Nixon. Yeah, no shit. The Trumps. Yeah. The Trumps. Yeah, they're mixed up. The Marcos were mixed up with the Trumps. The Trumps have been involved in a political and cultural takeover of the United States since about the 20s. Involved in big ways. Like, do we know that the Trumps have always been racist? They're beyond racist. They are so racist, you can't even fucking imagine it. The big difference between Donald Trump and his predecessors is he's doing everything the stupid way. But this is all stuff that they've wanted. This is all stuff they've been working towards. The thing that pisses me off about the conspiracy theorist idiots is if you want a conspiracy theory, if you want an Illuminati member, Trump, he is connected in so much shit. Yeah, Trump Sr. dismantled Coney Island. Yeah, that's a minor fucking thing that he did. The history of that family is one of absolute evil. Absolute evil. They're even involved in the spreading of the prosperity gospel. Taking Christianity deeper into hell than it already was, deeper than you thought it was. It's always been that deep. You know, the Trumps were like, here's something for the history for the history nerds. What about like Fred Jr.? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Fred Jr. and his kids were. Fred Jr. was disowned. Probably for all the reasons that the Trump we hate the Trump family. You know, probably because he had a problem with it. You gotta understand, the Trump family looked at Fred Trump Jr. and went, war veteran, successful pilot, not good enough. Disown him. That's the kind of family they are. The Trump family is entirely, you can control the future by control everyone by controlling the money. And they're not far off. That's why it's coming down to this. It's why it's all coming down to, it's why this is all fucking happening. Donald Trump is essentially the Antichrist. And in an almost literal sense, since the Antichrist president of like Omen 4, I think it was either 3 or 4. I can't remember right off the top of my head. The one where he's the president, that is based on Donald Trump. Remember, he's been around that long. Hopefully that attitude will be their undoing. Hopefully it'll be their undoing before it is ours. Yeah, that's damn ironic. It's not ironic. Everyone who knew and encountered the Trumps recognized how fucking evil he was. Movies have warned us about Trump since the 80s. Since before a lot of you were born. Oh yeah, Netanyahu is also up there. I haven't done the research, but I'd be willing to bet Netanyahu's also like has been tied up in Trump for a very long time. A very long time. Just do a video about this? Oh, maybe. So is there a way to fight back? Oh, yeah. Listen. There are ways to fight back. There are ways to fight back. Because remember, they can't win against a rebellious populace. A rebellious populace will fucking topple them. Whether or not we are in a dictatorship. Yeah, Tom Wilson based Back to the Future 2 alternative timeline Biff Tannen on Trump. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the way you fight back is through rebellion. A lot of people forget that. We forget that in a world obsessed with political nicety. But a rebellious populace does not need to be 100% violent. There are other forms of rebellion. One of the biggest is to realize that the whole, well, it was my job, is bullshit. I was just doing my job. I was just following orders. It's bullshit. No, you don't have to. You don't have to comply. And if you feel you have to comply, you don't have to do so agreeably. You can do so maliciously. All systems have their weak points. States. And if you want to dismantle it, there are ways of sabotage that do not involve bombs. Do you think that people will take it into their own hands to remove him? Depends on what you mean by that. Like, do I think people are going to take up arms? Not in the near future. Not in the next, 4 or 5 years. In order for them to take up arms, there have to be no elections. And I don't think that they're going to get to the point where they're going to have no elections. They will still have elections, but they may not mean much. But the problem is these motherfuckers are also stupid. So they might try to take away elections. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, human existence is not limited to the United States. Europe is doing fine. Europe is doing okay. You know, I'd be willing to bet, I haven't been paying attention to Canadian politics, but I'd be willing to bet that Canada is making a lot of friends with Europe right about now. And probably Australia. Do I think JD will become the next Trump? No. No, I don't think he has the ability. I don't think he has the ability, and I don't think he has the instincts. He is both too smart. He is both too stupid and too smart. He has no charisma. That's a big problem. Dictators have to be populists or they are fucking deposed. I don't think J.D. Vance could hold MAGA together. I think it would fracture under him pretty severely. You know, and to be fair, if Trump died, that fracture is just going to happen. And it will probably happen a lot quicker than a lot of us think, even me. You want things to go back to normal? They never will. There can only be a new normal after this. There cannot be an old normal. Hey, Mr. Jimmy Jam, how you doing? Dude, I saw that you fucking called me the other day, but holy shit, about hour ago, less than an hour ago, I just got done telling what's been going on in the last 48 hours. It's been crazy. So that's why I didn't call you back, because shit was happening. Everything's good. Everything's good now, but holy fucking crap. Were the last 48, 32 hours just absolutely insane. Share cream pie? Wait, what? Want to tell you the name of the new strain I just got? Wait, what? Did you get... Are you sick, man? Shit, are you sick? Oh, hold on. I gotta look for this phone. Like it's blowing up, so I gotta. All right, what we got? Oh, weed. Weed. Oh, that's much cooler. Whew. So I've been so stressed out the last couple of days. I was like assuming the worst. Oh, great. There's a cream pie strain of fucking COVID. That's where my fucking brain went. Oh. Oh. Come on, man. Dude. It's been crazy. Basically, okay. The quick version of I had to take the Countess down to San Jose for dental surgery, and then a dental checkup the next day, and the entire time, car problems. My car is currently out of commission, so I had to borrow somebody's car. And that was a mini adventure in and of itself. Which is not terribly exactly over, because I have to now do the car exchange. I have to get Richard his car back. But like that should be the easy. Hopefully that's the easy part. Hopefully that'll be nice and simple and nothing extra will happen. Still rocking the PT Cruiser? Yeah, technically. We're, however, having so much trouble that I'm like, oh, it's time to buy a new car. But I'm not sure I can afford another car, even a used one. So we're going to see how much it's going to take to fucking fix this puppy up. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but I'm expecting like $2,500. Luckily, my aunt is going to help me. All right, your writing motivation has returned. Oh, badass. Great. Oh, is that a response? Come on. What's blowing my phone up? It's got to be fucking Discord. No? Well, it's not Discord, according to this. Someone called me around... I don't recognize this number. Dude, I got a phone call and I was completely asleep. I was out. Yeah. 1661. I don't think... That's not you, Jim, because I don't think... Because... I've got your name. Your name I've got. Yeah, yeah, my aunt's gonna help me. Yeah, they are. They are. That like I've been taking care of this thing pretty well for like what, over 10 years? Yeah, there's a Discord. Yeah. No, you still 415? Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, man. Beware the Ides of March. 661 is Bakersfield. I don't know that I know anybody in Bakersfield. I don't think I know anybody in 661. But they've called twice. So I'm like, maybe it's just spam calling? I don't think I even know anyone from Bakersfield. Oh, man. Well, there's COVID in the cream pie. I know. Again, I gotta ask. I may be spending 5 or so days in Taiwan. Oh, anywhere I should try to visit. Let's see. I'm most familiar with the Taipei area. Are you gonna be in Taipei, or are you gonna be in or close to Kaohsiung? This is the Kaohsiung area. I don't know very well. I know Taipei pretty well. I would visit find one of the mountaintop fucking temples to visit because those are always super cool. Interesting. My story comes. Feelings are definitely coming through. Yeah, good. Like, no, dig deep. Dig deep when you write. In Taipei. Oh, for Nikito seminar. Oh, dude. Let's see. The Sogo is a pretty cool place. It's basically a vertical shopping center. Um, I would try to go to one of the night markets. I would go to the major temple in Taipei. I forget what it's actually called. Uh, the botanical gardens by the Chiang Kai Shek Memorial are pretty cool. Where is... Let's see, which, Yeah, there's Longshan Temple. I would also recommend. There are 3 big temples in Taipei. You know, the one I'm most familiar with, I believe, is the Longshan Temple. But any of them are awesome. You know, I recommend all of them. When I woke up, found out I was Nancy's uncle, I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed because I'd be stuck in a terrible fucking comic strip for the rest of my life. Yeah, Boan Temple is also really cool. Yeah, but I believe it's Longshan that I visited the most. I think. Yeah, you'll definitely want. There's one of them that's like right across the street from the metro, from Metro Station. That's the one I'm the most familiar with. Is it really that bad? For me, it is. Yeah, I would visit one or more of the temples. Maybe check out that botanical garden. You know, maybe Sogo a little later in the day with the giant department store. It's got all kinds of shit. I'm told the tech market ain't what it used to be. You know, but I'm sure the temples are still good. If you can, it's outside the city, but the Imperial Palace Museum is amazing. If you like that sort of thing. If you like cultural relics, it's a great place. Oh, why? No, I'm just not that big of a fan of Nancy. Not that big of a fan of the Kathy comics either, even though that's a different thing entirely. Oops. Have I lost control of some shit? I think I have. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay. I don't know how to explain why. I just find it annoying. I thought you do that. I thought that's why you kept sharing it. Like, hey, let's annoy Jack, you know? Like, what's the worst video game movie you've ever seen? House of the Dead. That was absolutely the worst. One of the stories I haven't gotten a chance to finish, essentially my anger at the cycle of handling abuse and predatory behavior in church-run spaces. Holy fuck, yeah. That topic is... No matter what anyone says, there is so much to be said about that topic. Huh, they're doing... Okay. They're doing a cyberpunk card game. And for once, I'm actually kind of interested in a card game. You know, just to change the topic a little bit. Yeah. If you want to know what you can do, start getting yourself hyped for rebellion. Be a rebel. Because right now we don't know how far we'll have to take it. And that's a good time to come on strong. So that you feel ready if it gets worse. Rebellion's going to be a powerful force in the near future. And they always take a while. It always takes a while to get it spinning. You know. But it has been taking a while. Any specific actions you can do? Oh, actionable? Ooh, man, that's going to take knowing yourself and your situation. First step, hang around others of like mind. Try to find them. Be open to them. Learn to be rebellious. You know, realize you ain't gonna be a superhero. A superhero they've got... Well, let me put it this way. You ain't Superman, you ain't Captain America, you ain't the Avengers, you're the X-Men. Just start to make these changes in your mind. You know? Know yourself. Start to see where systems are weak. Learn a little bit of social engineering hacking. Think a little bit like a criminal. Do something you're a little afraid of. You know? Remind yourself what your skills are. Start honing them. And keep rebellion in your mind. It's a mental shift. It's weird because it starts with the mental shift towards rebellion. And always remember, the big bad guy is the man. And the man is Donald Trump right now. Don't worry so much about things that seem like they have power. Worry about the actual power system. For example, what's happening in movies right now, as far as this is concerned, is nothing. It's nothing. It's noise. The cultural fucking war over, like, woke is noise. You know what side you're on. You know what side you're on with that. You know, they say go woke, go broke. Fuck you. Being awake is the future. I'm curious what will happen to the nerd community, because I feel like the battle for the nerd community has become the battle for the soul of America. Oh, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You're not wrong. This fucking Trump culture war bullshit is fucking like, is crack the fucking nerd community in half. Between the forces of progress and the forces of stagnation. You know, look to the past. Look to the past of what other rebellions did. And keep that fuck the man in your fucking mind. I wish I could use more zeitgeisty kind of fucking language, but I have to say it as I understand it. You know, listen to rebellious music. You know, might have to go back to the past a little bit, but you don't have to go back too far. You know, after all.
Right about now, NWA court is in full effect. Judge Dre resigning. In the case of NWA versus the police department, prosecuting attorneys are MC Ren, Ice Cube, and Easy motherfucking E.
Order. Ice Cube, take the motherfucking stand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help your black ass?
You goddamn right.
Well, won't you tell everybody what the fuck you gotta say?
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Fuck that shit cause I ain't the one for a punk motherfucker with a badge and a gun to be beaten on. And thrown in jail, we can go toe to toe in the middle of a sale. Fucking with me cause I'm a teenager with a little bit of gold and a pager. Searching my car, looking for the product. Thinking every nigga is selling narcotics. You rather see me in the pen than me and Lorenzo rolling in a benzo. Beat the police out of shape, and when I finish, bring the yellow tape to tape off the scene of the slaughter. Still getting swole up bread and water. I don't know if they fags or what. Search a nigga down and grabbing his nuts, and on the other hand, without a gun they can't get none. But don't let it be a black and a white one, cause they'll slam you down to the street top. Black police showing out for the white cop. Ice Cube will swarm on any motherfucker in a blue uniform. Just cause I'm from the CPT, punk police are afraid of me.
MC Ren, will you please give your testimony to the jury about this fucked up incident?
Fuck the police, and Ren said it with authority. Because the niggas on the street is a majority of gang. It's with whoever I'm stepping. And a motherfucking weapon is kept in a stash spot for the so-called law. Wishing Ren was a nigga that they never saw. Lights start flashing behind me, but they're scared of a nigga, so they mace me to blind me. But that shit don't work, I just laugh, because it gives them a hint not to step in my path. For police, I'm saying fuck you, punk. Read my rights and shit, it's all junk. Pulling out a silly club, so you stand with a fake ass badge and a gun in your hand. But take off the gun so you can see what's up, and we'll go at it, punk, and I'ma fuck you up. Make you think I'ma kick your ass, but drop your gat and Red's gonna blast. I'm sneaky as fuck when it comes to crime, but I'ma smoke them now and not next time. Smoke any motherfucker that sweats me, any asshole that threatens me. I'm a sniper with a hell of a scope, taking out a cop or two. They can't cope with me. The motherfucking villain that's mad with potential to get better. So I'ma turn it around.
I think this is the not the remix, but the remaster.
Yeah, something like that, but it all depends on the size of the gap. Taking out a police would make my day, but a nigga like Ren don't give a fuck to say.
Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police.
Yeah, man, what you need?
Police, open up. We have a warrant for Easy's arrest. Get down and put your hands where I see you. What the fuck did I do? What did I do? Just shut the fuck up and get your motherfucking ass on the floor.
But I didn't do shit.
Man, just shut the fuck up.
Easy E, why don't you step up to the stand and tell the jury how you feel about this bullshit?
I'm tired of the motherfucking jacking. Sweating my gang while I'm chilling in the shack and shining the light in my face, and for what? Maybe it's because I kick so much, but I kick ass. Or maybe because I blast on a stupid ass nigga when I'm playing with the trigger of an Uzi or an AK. Cause the police always got something stupid to say. They put out my picture with silence, cause my identity by itself causes violence. The E with the criminal behavior. Yeah, I'm a gangster, but still I got flavor. Without a gun and a badge, what do you got? A sucker in a uniform waiting to get shot by me or another nigga. And with a gat, it don't matter if he's smaller or bigger. And as y'all know, E's here the rule. Whenever I'm rolling, keep looking in the mirror, and it's on cue, yo, so I can hear a dumb motherfucker with a gun. And if I'm rolling up the 8, he'll be the one that I take out and then get away. While I'm driving off laughing, this is what I'll say.
Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police.
The verdict. The jury has found you guilty of being a redneck, white bread, chicken shit motherfucker.
Wait, that's a lie. That's a goddamn lie.
Get him out of
I
here.
want justice.
Get him the fuck out my
I want
face.
justice.
Out right now.
Fuck you, you black motherfucker.
Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police.
Back up in your ass with the resurrection. Is the group harder than an erection that shows no affection? They wanna ban us on Capitol Hill, cause it's die, motherfuckers, die, motherfuckers.
All along it was a ghetto, nothing but the ghetto. Taking short steps, 1 foot at a time, and keep my head low and never let go. Cause if I let go, then I'll be spineless. I'm going insane.
I think my mind just goes out of control and touch on subjects motherfuckers read about. I touch on the shit that they be leaving out. I seen this motherfucker's non-smoking. I seen the same nigga with the 9 dying with his eyes open. And simply what this means is he didn't know that every dog had his day until he seen his. I bet you motherfuckers will too, because it's time, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, still fool. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, still fool. Die, motherfuckers, die, motherfucker, still. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, still fool. Die, motherfuckers, die, motherfucker, still. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, still fool. Die, motherfuckers, die, motherfucker, still.
I think it's something in the water, man. It's got to be in the water.
Oh fuck! Chuck's on a killing spree again. Wiggle it.
Yeah, something I want to bring up. Always remember this. Guys like fucking Charlie Kirk and fucking Nick Fuentes and all the Ben Shapiro, all those motherfuckers. Do you know who you never see them fucking debate? Rappers. You know why? Because rappers are bards and bards will bury them. Because they can do something that those motherfuckers can't, which is really move the hearts of people. Look at what they like. Look at what a guy like fucking Charlie Kirk has to do to imitate a fraction of Kendrick Lamar's power. And you think those guys didn't have nothing to say about those dudes? Wrong. Plenty to say. You just don't hear about it because it would fucking humiliate them. I see the cops as a potential evil that I have to fucking live with. I do not love it. But I'll say one thing. We need to hold the cops to a higher standard, not a lower one. We just let them get away with, we literally let cops get away with murder. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that. You know, because, dude. For everything, every situation that the cops fucking calm down and actually do something useful, there are 10 incidents where they just fucking escalate like a motherfucker. Yeah, comparing Charlie Kirk to MLK. Fucking MLK. How about suck my dick? How about SD? How about SMD? Suck my dick. You know, like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What fucking Dr. King fucking preached and what Charlie Kirk preached is not the fucking same at all. Not even a little. Not even fucking a little. Oh, I guess unless you talked about that white Jesus again. Fuck that. Fuck that. Oh, we're going to put him on money. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. You know, Charlie Kirk's wife proved herself to be not worth the sympathy we were asked to give her. Hey, kitty. However, here's something that deserves sympathy. Kitty. Kitty. Hey, kitty. No, 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 kitty. Come here. Come here. We're gonna pet you. We're gonna pet you. We're gonna calm down. Kitty. Oh, oh. You want to meow? You want to meow into the microphone? Go meow. Oh, never mind. Oh. Oh. I know, he's baby. There's this comic about someone did about their cat. I think it was, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Sarah Anderson. I can't quite remember. But it was basically, cat is on the ground. Cat is looking up at the owner. The owner is like, "You are asshole." And the cat thinks, "I am baby." And then in the next two panels, the owner is picking up and snuggling the cat, and the cat and going, "You are baby." Cat is like, "I am asshole." That's Gomez. You know what? Let's change the speed a little bit. I want to look at this this Cyberpunk card game pitch. I want to see this pitch video. Let's check it out. The preacher name dropped Kirk as a martyr. He threw up a little. Oh, ironically, it was a Black Caribbean church. Oh, religion of the colonizer, man. Fucking gets in your brain, makes you do stupid shit.
Night City, town of conspiracies, corporations, and chrome. See it like you've never seen it before. In the early days, legends on the rise, big events about to play out, money moving before the corpse got a hold of all of it. Run the edge. Be there at the start of events that will shake the world for 65 years. Do you and your crew have what it takes to become legends?
Welcome everyone to Cyberpunk Legends. I started this project during the pandemic. It's been 5 years of testing and refining and ripping out systems, and then it's a campaign game, complete with progression, right? So you're going to build and grow your deck as you go. There's a narrative that's connected between many scenarios. And the main mechanic for the game is about making a cooperative poker hand. Not a normal poker hand by any means. Think Balatro, but you're going to do it cooperatively, so each player is going to lay down one card until you have a full hand. And there's a bunch of fun table talk mechanics to make that a very social.
Okay, so like that. All right. Well, let's see. That's cool. So yeah, if you want to know what you could do, start thinking rebelliously. Understand what the real point of rebellion is. Fuck the man. Fuck the police. You know. You're a badass that don't need no one's permission. And be smart if you can. And remember, they can only kill you. That may sound dark, and it is. But it's also very liberating. You know, V for Vendetta style is very liberating. No, he never looked at his own people's problems. If he had, Bright Spots, one of the elders from my home church, was there too, who was equally disgusted. Yeah. Why does that guy look familiar? Oh, the guy in the video?
I started this project during the pandemic. It's been 5 years of testing and refining. It's finally ready. This began as a lark. I wanted to have something to play with my friends when the pandemic ended. I wanted a narrative experience, something that would feel like role-playing, something that we could play as a campaign over a number of sessions in a row. But years of
legends.
Wow.
Welcome, everyone.
You know, you're welcoming us. If you talk about the guy that looks familiar, it's probably because If you're talking about a black guy that looks familiar, it's because of Mike Pondsmith. Like you're talking about that dude on the right. Talk about that dude on the right. That is Mike Pondsmith. Who would you rather talk shit to, Johnny Silverhat or Adam Smasher? Who would I rather? No, I got look. No. I would get into fights with Johnny Silverhand. Probably talk shit about him. But the real hate would be Adam Smasher. The real fucking hate and anger would be Adam Smasher. Motherfucker. Well, that cool dude with sunglasses, that's Mike Pondsmith. No, the white dude, like he was a YouTuber. Oh, huh? I don't know. I don't recognize him. Man, this campaign did great. $800,000. Why? Because Adam Smasher's a fucking asshole. He's the bad guy. He's a bad guy and he's sold out to corpse. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit in all ways. Johnny Silverhand's just an asshole. Adam Smasher is a fucking sellout and an asshole, and fuck him. That's why. Hey, Jack, if you could Thanos snap Christianity out of America, what would you replace it with and why? I don't know. I might be doing a beginner's tabletop campaign GM by my sister. Oh, cool. And why Johnny? Why would I talk shit about Johnny? Because I would come into conflict with him all the time, because he gets into conflict with everybody. I wouldn't hate him as much as I hated Adam Smasher by a fucking long shot. Like, I could see myself allying with Johnny Silverhand, but I could see myself also getting into a lot of fights with the guy. And you tend to talk shit about people you regularly get into fights with. You know, what would we get into a fight about? It's just two things Johnny Silverhand I'd get into a fight about. One, it'd either be about a chick or about some principle. Yeah, I don't know what I would replace Christianity with. It's hard to say because America's so built with that in mind. It's like we're not a Christian nation, but we are. You know, that I don't even know, because any decision I made would be an amazingly dramatic change. That I couldn't fucking predict. So I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Let me put it this way. I wouldn't know what demons I'd be unleashing by doing that, but if given the chance, I might take it. Given the chance, I might take it. But, like, that's me throwing the dice. That's me throwing the dice because I have to. I mean, maybe Buddhism? Yeah, who knew the church was essentially spearheaded, founded by a woman would be so misogynistic? I know. I know. I know. Well, they fucking shut that option down at the quick pass. I think I might choose Buddhism just because it's the one that I can. It's the one I can most easily relate to. I wouldn't want everyone to be Satanist. That would be against the point. That would be a corruption from the beginning. I'll say one thing. America needs to get in touch with its multicultural idea. Santeria? Ooh. Oh, that's a possibility. But I'm not a Santeria practitioner. Like, I am a bit of a Buddhist, so I'm a little bit more familiar. But, like, I think what the real thing is that I would replace Christianity with multiple religions. That's probably the real answer. Because I think having any one religion in America is a bad idea. We're supposed to be like a we're supposed to be multicultural, and we are. We just have to we just have to accept that. And the thing is a lot of us left of center have accepted it. Maybe not in its entirety, but in its concept and in its general in a general sense. Whereas the people that were fighting against have not. They want there to be one church, for it to be state-backed, so that they can make people fucking convert to Christianity. Now, to what ends? Well, they think they're saving the world. I mean, anyone on the outside could tell them and have told them that that's clearly not what they're doing. You don't save the world by burning it down. And they'll use whatever fucked up burning a forest analogy that they need in order to justify their position. But the reality is you're causing pain and suffering on a mass level. On a mass level we haven't seen for almost a century. And you think this is a good thing? No, it's not a good thing. It's not good. The fact that they're willing to burn it all down if they can't be the only one is the evidence that they're evil. Yeah. It has to adopt, America has to adopt en masse a more multicultural fucking understanding of itself. So I wouldn't replace it with one religion. I would replace it with multitudes. Because these MAGA people, they have to be stopped. Like, they have to be stopped. They're too far gone. In many ways, that we really are fighting a war between multiculturalism and white supremacy. Because they don't just want white supremacy. They want white exclusivity. They want ethno-state. So let's talk about all those successful ethno-states. And after that moment of silence, because there are no successful ethno-states, even South Africa has to admit that black people live there. Yeah, we should have stomped this out like 10 years ago. Well, our political system fucked us. Our political system and our media fucked us. Social media fucked us. Gamergate revealed a deep, deep darkness that we have not recovered from. There are more witches than Pentecostals? Good. Good. Man, got a lot of bug bites and shit. Yeah. But I believe in a diverse America. I believe in it, very strongly. I don't want to be wrong, but I believe in it. It's America's multiculturalism is one of the things that makes it so powerful. For real. In all senses. One of the things that makes its military so powerful. It's how that made its economy so powerful. Made us one of the innovation centers of the world. Our multiculturalism is our strength. And to move against, you'll notice ever since there's been a massive pushback against multiculturalism, we've been falling really fast. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence at all. Anyway, I think it's about time I got off. I'm going to take a rest before I have to pick my friend up from work and give him his car back. So I want to make sure I'm not too sleepy to do that, because that would suck. Let me see if Broham has gotten back to me yet. I double checked the time. Okay, he hasn't gotten back to me yet. But smaller populations will change more rapidly. True. Yeah, that is absolutely true. But while America is big, it's not the most densely populated nation. But I will see you all. That's a completely different thing. So until next time, Ave Stas, Disco Inferno. Remember, Satan and I love you all very much. I'll see you next time. Wow.